back to cinema here, and today it's a TV face-off, doing something slightly different. Now, the last time I did a TV face-off, it was the four Marvel Netflix shows. Today it's just two, Breaking Bad and Weeds. Some of you are probably wondering, what the hell is Weeds? I've never really heard of Weeds before. Well, don't worry, we'll get into it round by round. So let's just start off with the first round of 5, which is story. Now, the story of Breaking Bad, we all know. It is... Sorry, I'm a little distracted right now. Hold on. Yep, alright. Season 1, round 1. Story, Breaking Bad. Walter White, chemistry teacher, family with some money problems, with a wife, a baby on the way, and Walter Jr. going on 16. Until Walter White is diagnosed with cancer, everything was normal. But now with cancer, stage 3, he decides in order to financially secure his family's future, he has to cook meth. So he teams up with former student Jesse Pinkman, and they cook meth. Blue, pure meth. And the story of Weeds is that Nancy, a housewife who lived in a fairly normal California neighborhood, but before the series even takes off, her husband died of a heart attack and dropped dead while he was jogging. So, in order to sustain her family's lifestyle and to, again, financially secure their family's future, Nancy becomes a weed dealer in her neighborhood. Now, the story of Breaking Bad takes place over the course of roughly 2 years. We know this because the pilot episode is Walter's 50th birthday, and in the final season of Breaking Bad, he's 52. Weeds is a little bit longer than that, with a few major time jumps throughout the series. And it lasts 8 seasons. So the story, since it's longer, has more time to explore new territory and to take time to poke at new ideas and try some new stuff. Breaking Bad, it's a little bit repetitive, doesn't really go too new or too radical because it knows its fan base, which is good, but as far as being able to have the freedom to actually do some new stuff every now and then without getting too repetitive, I'm going to have to give this round to Weeds. Round 2, cast. For Weeds, we have the core characters. Nancy, her eldest son, Silas, her younger son, Shane, and then a few seasons later, she has another kid, a boy named Stevie, and we have Andy, Nancy's brother-in-law, uncle to Silas and Shane, and that's pretty much the core characters. We've got some recurring characters, including Halia, Doug, Celia, Nancy's sister, whose name I forget, Jill. But other than the core characters, most of the characters are not exactly one-dimensional, but they're not the most complex either. However, the main characters do have a little bit of complexity every now and then, but admittedly, they aren't the most complex. In contrast to Breaking Bad, the characters are very complex and entertaining. I mean, you've got Walter White, Jesse Pinkman, Gustavo Fring, Saul Goodman. Each of these characters are iconic. You just have to hear the name and know they're from Breaking Bad. You know what they're about. You know what they do. And they have strong story arcs, and they're very engaging, entertaining, intriguing. And while Weeds does have it for its characters. It doesn't really happen as much. It's not done in the same intensity. So this round goes to Breaking Bad. Alright, round 3, action. Now, neither one of these shows has a lot of action. Weeds is all more about the drama of how Nancy's business affects the other characters and that kind of stuff, and that's something that Breaking Bad has in common with Weeds. But of course, there is definitely more action in Breaking Bad. In season 1, Walter takes the not meth in Tuco's place, pretty much explodes the entire building. Got some gunfights and some beat ups too. It knows how to do its own unique action scenes and knows how to do it well. So this round actually goes to Breaking Bad. Now let's go on to round 4, which is the balance of drama and humor. Sorry, I had a little brain fart there. So, Breaking Bad is, of course, the drama, the intensity. It's all about Walter White, the one who knocks, the danger. And does the drama, the intensity, so goddamn well. And there is a little bit of humor that can be found in the show, but it's definitely not focused on. And sometimes when characters try to be purposely funny, it doesn't really go off that well. Now with Weeds, it definitely has that balance of drama and humor. I mean, it's marijuana that Nancy deals in, so it's more lighthearted. It knows how to have some more fun and such. And it does that fairly well. So this round obviously goes to Weeds. Now time for the final round, which is Impact. Now Weeds, even though most people probably have heard a lot about it, it's still a pretty good show. I mean, it's won several awards, including a couple of Emmys. And in the first year of its existence, it was, according to this, the highest rated series for Showtime. And Showtime is the same network that brought us Dexter. And even though that show didn't quite end well, it was still a very good show. So, that was still good. And it was very nice to see the main character be a woman. I mean, you haven't really seen a lot of strong, well-written female characters back in the 2000s, back when this show first started. So it's very nice to see that. But on the other hand, it's Breaking fucking Bad. How can you compete with a show that has that much impact? I mean, it's probably won far more Emmys than Weeds has ever won, but it has replaced The Wire as the show that white people talk about the most. It's arguably just as good, if not better, than The Sopranos, the show that kicked off all these other TV shows featuring anti-heroes of complex drama series. So obviously, I'm giving the round and the face-off to Breaking Bad. Now, I wanted to do this one mainly because two things. One, I'm rewatching Breaking Bad, and so that way I can prepare myself when I start watching Better Call Saul, a show that I heard good things about, but I, for some reason, haven't really got around to watching. But I'm going to rewatch Breaking Bad and then watch that. The second reason I did this was because March 1st, Weeds, Green. Yeah. So comment down below about your thoughts. Like this video. Definitely subscribe. Share this video with your friends. And Dr. Cinema, see you next time.